What's up, Blood fam? Another day, another live stream. Hanging out tonight as we watch Indiana take on a very tall task at home today, facing the Fighting Illini. They dropped a few points in the ranking system after a disappointing loss at home on Saturday, but we know about disappointing losses on Saturday now, don't we? Both teams had 5-game winning streaks. Both teams laid a serious egg on Saturday. Illinois lost at home to USC, and that might be a bigger loss than our 25-point dismantling on the road at Iowa. Just to make it perfectly clear, it's very tough for us to go on the road and play at Iowa without Malik Renew because of the style of play that they have. They basically out-hustled us and outplayed us in every facet of the game. Today, we have a little bit better of a chance at home, but Umar Ballo and Langdon Hatton are going to have to ball out to absolutely have a chance in this game because the bigs for Illinois are just pretty amazing. And you're going to hear me say that guy and stuff like that because I can't pronounce those dudes' names straight up. I just can't. So we'll get it figured out. Glad to see everybody in the house today, as we'll probably get a little bit of people in here going forward. I still see all the negativity and stuff that goes on about this team. You're not going to hear me spew negativity about it because this is the team that I root for, and I'm just going to support what they got. It's up to higher powers to figure out what they need to do. Lauren O'Reilly shows up. Lauren O'Reilly shows up when the Fighting Illini take the floor, but Luke Goody is a traitor. Man, Luke Goody was not going to be playing he wasn't going to be getting as much playing time as a senior at Illinois this year, and I think he left for playing time. So Luke Goody is a Hoosier, born and raised. You just got to borrow him for a few years in Illinois. And you shouldn't treat him as such. But you know what? It's kind of a fun narrative, right? Goody does get the start today in place of Malik Renew, so he will see minutes. Jaconis, I can't say his name, is back for Illinois today, so that's an awesome thing because I like to see teams at full strength. My team is not at full strength. Malik Renew is not back yet, but we'll see how it goes. Illinois is stacked, Lauren. Illinois is stacked. They got one of the best rosters in the Big Ten. That game against USC the other day, which I watched, they looked disinterested. And the thing about 18 to 22-year-olds is you got to keep their mind in the game. And there is the tip, and Indiana will control it. Trey Galloway's got it on the right wing as he sets the offense. They go with a 4-high set, and then they fan out. And Ballo's going to drive the lane, hands it off to Rice, and Rice loses the ball, and then it's a scrum on the floor. Rice picks it back up, and he's going to be fouled as everybody is chasing after the loose ball. Everybody's on the floor with 19:42 left to go here in the first half. Scrapping for loose balls is important. Illinois' got a great roster this year. They should end up the season somewhere around the top 10. This is a challenge for us. Rice drives the lane, puts up the 12-footer floater, and it's good. Miles Rice, Indiana transfer from Washington State, scores Indiana's first basket, and here comes Illinois. 2-0 IU. Drives the lane, step back. Nobody covered him. He's going to drop the 3-ball and bang it home. And I believe that's Jaconis. I can't say his name. Will correct me sometime if I'm wrong. As there was a mix-up on the switch. Nobody stayed with him, and Illinois takes their first lead. Galloway's going to bring the ball across the timeline. Looks right. Oh, he almost makes a bad pass. Goody comes out to get it. Gets it over to Rice. Back to Galloway. There's a pick down low. Mbako comes off of it. Nothing doing. Galloway drives. Step back. Look, nothing. Gets in the lane. Cut off. Good defense by Illinois. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Mbako has to shoot it. He does from 19. And that's good. Mackenzie Mbako, sophomore, buried his first shot of the game, and that's a good thing because he's been cold here as late. Illinois is going to work it around the perimeter. They're going to drive into the lane, gets on Rice, gets inside the lane, pushes off, puts it up, and scores. Nice play by number 32 for Illinois. And that's that Jaconis guy. He's going to be on my S list for the whole day. But Rice beats him up the floor, and he lays it up. And that should be a travel, but they didn't call it. And Miles Rice is going to use a timeout to save possession. Just a crazy turn of events there by the referees. As when he shoots that ball and then falls to the floor, and the ball does not make contact with the rim or the background, and he gets his own rebound from the floor, that is immediately should be a travel. And how you been, Miss Lauren? It's good to see you. I love it. We travel around to different Big Ten teams and stuff like that, or NFL games, and certain people always seem to show up to support their team, and I love that about this channel. It's it's one of my favorite things. Oh, that's no good. Well, it's a pleasure to get a chance to talk to you a little bit. Good luck for your team tonight, honestly. I think we need this win a lot more than you, but still good luck. You got a great team this year. You guys should do well. Inbound comes, drops it off to Ballo. Ballo to Mbako. Mbako drives the lane, puts it up, and no good, but Ballo tips it up and in. Indiana regains the lead, 6-5. As we got 18:06 to go. Here comes Illinois. Somebody's going to have to defend Jaconis. They've got Galloway on him now, but he gets by, gets inside the lane, dumps it off, puts it up, and scores. Right now, there is nobody stopping the ball for Indiana, and Jaconis is having his way out there. Galloway drives the lane, gets all the way to the rim, puts it up, and no good. Cleared by Illinois, coming back the other way. They look like they want to run a little bit. Jaconis has it out high, drops it off to the left. Back, pulls the trigger, and he hits it. He does not miss the deep three ball, and he's been injured for the last 2 games, and I see where one of the missing things is his shooting is amazing. His court presence is excellent. Rice is going to fight off of Boswell out high, looking nothing there. Illinois' defense is ready to play. Mbako's got it on the left wing. 10 on the shot clock. Ballo has the top of the key. Drops it off for Rice, and he goes all the way to the rim. Easy layup for Rice. I see a little bit of lazy on defense. Going to work it in, work it out. Jaconis has got it. Somebody put a body on that guy. Drops it off deep. Deep three ball. That was an ugly-looking shot. Here comes Rice. Gets the rebound. Drops it off to Goody. Goody wants to pull the trigger but can't. Jaconis was right there in his face. Mbako will from the corner. No good. Rebound, Illinois. Yeah, it's on Peacock. Drives in the lane. Goes all the way up. Throws it up. No good. Tipped up. No good. Ball's on the ground. Mbako clears the rebound, and he will slow it down. 10-8 Illinois. 16:29 to go. Rice will set the offense as Indiana tries to slow it down and run a play. Ballo gets it at the top of the key. High pick. Mbako's looking. Nothing there. Rice goes back and picks up the ball. Another high pick. Rice goes off of it. Pulls up from 18. Short off the front rim. No good. Illinois clears the rebound. They want to run. They get it out in transition. Goes up. Throws it up. And in. Illinois with a 4-point lead. 12-8. They look absolutely stellar on offense. Rice has got it on the right side, and he's going to, I think he dribbled it off the Illinois player's foot, or it was knocked out of bounds, and we're going to go to timeout. Casper Jaconis is absolutely an assassin. He looks like an NBA player, and he's just a freshman. How can I be 15 seconds ahead of your TV? That's amazing, John, because the time delay on this is right at about 15 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds for me to you, somewhere in that range. And that's just nuts. And I'm streaming it today. So this isn't via the TV and me broadcasting. This is on stream, so our stream should be really close. It's kind of, I was watching the Big Ten Network. Lauren, you'll appreciate this. And it was showing us the 1989, the Ural's Final Four team. And I got to watch guys that I used to really covet, as far as basketball players go. I had Jay Edwards, Lyndon Jones, Joe Hillman. Let's see who else was on that Indiana team. And you guys had guys like Kendall Gill, Stephen Bardo, who's, in everybody's feed these days because he's such a prolific college announcer. And who else? Nick Anderson was your star, and he was absolutely amazing in that game against Indiana where they won at Assembly Hall. But I love watching when the Big Ten Network shows stuff from the past like that. It makes you remember and covet what you had. I never got quite set up. We are still at commercial, by the way. It is now just coming back. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't been to a ball game with my dad since about that time too. 92 was the last year. I got to go see, I think that was the Fab Five against Calvert Cheney. Talk about some classic basketball games. All right, ball will be taken out. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Indiana has it. Galloway, nobody covers him, pulls up for the three and leaves it way short. Illinois wants to get out on the break with a 4-point lead. They've got it. Jaconis has it out high. I'm looking to see who's going to defend that guy, and he makes a bad pass out of bounds, and it will go back towards Indiana. We got 15:38 to go. Rice is going to walk it across the timeline. Illinois in good defensive position. High post goes to Galloway, who flips it into Ballo inside, and Ballo's pushed. Galloway drives the lane, puts it up. No good, no foul. Looked like he was hit there. Here comes Illinois back the other way. Indiana gets back on defense. There goes Jaconis driving the lane. He flips it, throws it up, another turnover. Here comes Galloway, flips it to Rice. Rice goes up, and he's going to – no foul there either. These officials are letting him play. Goody fires. No good. Couple chances there for Indiana. Nothing seems to want to go down. Galloway's out tight on Jaconis, and he's going to try to play a little bit tighter defense on him. He's going to work it out high. They burn first 15 off the shot clock, and they work it on the left wing. Back and Goody into the paint. It's got him there. Pushes off. Throws it up. Good. Number 3 for Illinois gets the basket. And here comes Indiana back the other way. Drives the lane. Rice gets it over to Galloway. Puts up the 3 in rhythm. And that's an air ball. Indiana's shooting woes continue. They're just picking up where they left off from Iowa on Saturday. I want some chili. It looks like Indiana's going to have to make some adjustments on the way they score. That was Ben Humacris. He was the transfer portal kid that went there. I think he's the one that filled Luke Goody's scholarship. Illinois got it out high. Deep 3 ball. No good. Rebound. Illinois with the putback. Puts it up and in. Here comes Indiana back the other way. They've been doubled off. And we've got an open court foul on Jake Davis for Illinois. The two things that you have to do to beat Illinois is you got to get on the shooters on the three-point line, and you have got to block out. Nobody's doing either right now. And, of course, you got to make your shots when you get open looks on the other end. Indiana will have the ball underneath the basket. 14:03 to go. Gets it inside, and they're going to get another foul on Jake Davis as Goody cuts to the hoop. Hi, Angie. Good to see you. Got to throw more touchdowns, Puppet. Yes, sir. Looking to get the ball inbounds. They do. Oh, and he falls down. They're going to drive off the left lane, gets inside the lane. Kenan Carlisle puts it up. No good. There's a fight for the rebound. Illinois comes away with it. And here they come back the other way. Drives the lane, gets inside, pushes Rice, misses the shot. Rice clears the rebound, and we're going back the other way. Indiana's shooting woes continue. Rice drives the lane, dumps it out to Carlisle. 4-3. No good. Tipped out, but controlled by Illinois. Here we come back the other way. Going to get it hands off. Looks, drives inside, step back, nothing. Fires it over. Nothing there. Looking inside. Step back three by Lawhorn. No good. Rebound Illinois. Puts it back up from 12. Hits it. Ballo doesn't close in on the big man and the shooter. Tomislav. Eves. I can't say his name. Makes it. 18-8. Indiana's down 10 early. And Miles Rice drives on the left side. Nothing there. Hands it off to Mbako. Back to Carlisle. Back to Rice. Drives, and he loses the ball. Looks like he's hit. Here's a turnover. Here comes Illinois. Fast break. Deep. No, he drives the lane. Ball fake. Goes and puts it up, and they will get a foul call. And in this game, you have absolutely have to be murdered on the court for them to blow the whistle right now. But some atrocious shooting on really both sides other than, what's his name? Jaconis. Everybody else is shooting atrocious. Gibbs Lawhorn's at the free throw line, and he will have two as he attacked the rim on the last play. First one's up, and it's good. Here comes the mass exodus of subs. We're going to have most of the second team will now be in. Langdon Hatton will replace Ballo, who has not had a good start to today's game. Throw more touchdowns. So far, Illinois has come to play ball today. 20-8. Illinois got the early lead. And the demeanor on the side of Indiana on the bench and on the floor looks a little slow right at the moment. Let's see what they have here with subs coming in. They're going to get the ball over. Carlisle's got it out high. There goes Bryson Tucker off the screen. He gets in the lane. 15-footer. Good. Bryson Tucker immediately off the bench. Instant offense. This freshman's going to be good. Reminds me of an 18-year-old Kobe Bryant. Not saying that he'll ever be that guy, but that's what he looks like. Same style of player. Just going to get it outside. Looks. Nothing in. Rotates it around. Nothing there. Good defense. They're going to get it inside. They got the mismatch. Dumps it down. Puts it up. No good. Offensive rebound. Gets it. Puts it back up and in. Nobody's blocking out. And Illinois is just going at the boards right now. And they are controlling the glass. Second chance points will kill you in the Big Ten. Johnson gets the basket, and he goes to the free throw line. Johnson's at the free throw. Shot goes up, and it's good. Illinois extends 23-10. Indiana has had no answers thus far for the offense of Illinois. Their defense is pretty tenacious as well as they cover really well. Tucker gets it at the free throw line. He drives 17-footer. A little bit of a bad shot there. Comes down the other way. Illinois got it. You can't take bad shots against this team. Deep three ball. No good. Offensive rebound. Ivisic lays it or dunks it home, and The lead is now 15, and they are getting ready to blow the roof off of this place if this Indiana team doesn't play any better. Hatton to Carlisle. Carlisle puts it up and good. Finally, a basket ends the run. 25-12. Illinois got it. They're going to rotate around. Nothing doing. This offense does not seem to have an identity. Deep three from the left wing. No good. Another offensive rebound and a layup. You got to put bodies in there to rebound, and that's why Ballow's getting ready to come back in off the bench. Tucker has it. Flips it over to Anthony Leal. Love that kid. Fifth-year senior. Drives the lane. Gets it to Hatton. Leal drives. Doesn't really want to put up the shot, but does, and draws the foul. Anthony Leal, aggressive drive to the basket, will get free throws incoming, but I think we're hitting the under 12 timeout. 10:43 to go, and everything is going the way of the Fighting Illini. So far in today's game, we'll just talk about it while we're on commercial here. Illinois shooting 58% from the floor, 100% from the free throw lines. But here's the thing. In the first 9 minutes of this game, they have already got 5 offensive rebounds. 5. 15 total rebounds to our 6. And they have got a 15-point lead. Everything's coming on second chance points. These are all things that's fundamental basketball. And speaking of fundamental, what's up, fundamental? Yeah, the defense is the big problem. This team hasn't found the way to switch very well this year. Their man-to-man has been kind of atrocious. They have tinkered with and talked about playing a little bit of zone, but everybody just kind of goes to sleep on the defensive end. Kenan Carlisle is a pretty good defender, especially on the ball, but his shooting woes have kept him on the bench. Tucker is going to be a good player. He's just young and still hasn't quite figured out what he needs to do, but he comes in and he's not afraid to shoot. But right now there is nothing going well. What's up, John? What's up, Steve? Good to see you guys. Yeah, this is how you respond to a 25-point blowout loss. I think they feel sorry for themselves. See, I wasn't very confident in the Iowa game, fundamental, just because I felt like that was a game where they needed Malik Renew's athleticism and length to be a factor more than Umar. Evidently, this game is going to be the same way. There's good points and bad points about both of these bigs. They can carry you, but you've got to find a way to utilize them. And with Renew out, I think this is going to be a tough one. Hard to watch it all crumble? Yes, sir, Eagle Eye. But like I told everybody in the beginning today, I'm a fan of the team. I'm not negative about it. It hurts my soul to watch them not play well. I think somewhere along the lines, the university will find a way to fix the issues. And maybe someday, a lot of us old school Gen Xers that love this team will get to see some semblance of what we used to have on the court. Anthony Leal makes the first free throw, 27-13. But we all want what we can't have, which is Coach Knight. So it is what it is. Love some of these players. They just need to figure out a way to bring it together. 27-14. Here comes Illinois, drives the lane, gets inside on Carlisle, puts it up. No good. Carlisle fights inside. Ivic gets the rebound, gets it back out, gets it to Humacris that puts it up, and he's short off the front rim. And good defense for Indiana. Finally a rebound. Here comes Tucker, back up the other way. He's working on the left side, drives, gets inside the lane, and drops a bad pass. And Ballow's laying out of bounds. It should have been a jump ball, but he was touching the end line and makes that a turnover. Right there. Yeah. I don't think fundamentals. Well, wait a second. Humicrus drops it over into the link. Ivisic got it back to Humicrus. He puts it up from long range. That's tipped out of bounds off of Boswell. That'll go back to Indiana. Unfortunately, college basketball is now more about money and less about discipline and coaching, and it's trying to get the best players and then have them figure out a way to play together. And that's not necessarily how a team works. Ballo has it on the post. He's going to work his guy. Inside, does it. Spin move, puts it up. Hard off the rim. No good. Good defense by Ivisic for Illinois. And we have a foul on the floor, but I'm not sure what it is as I don't have any sound. I have yeah, I mean, Taterhead, great comment. It's hard to keep good players anymore with all the money they can get. And think about this, Illinois team only has 2 players from last year and one's redshirting. Yeah, I mean, that's why Luke Goody left. He wasn't going to get the playing time. I really don't know what the argument is on the floor right now. Humicrus gets a foul. I'm not sure. We'll talk about it a little bit as the game goes on because it might not be an interesting game. Humicrus drives it over, deep three. The big man buries a triple for Illinois, and he's obviously a mismatch for Ballo on the defensive end. But they feed Ballo the ball, and he lays it up and in. Ivisic and Ballo trade 3 for 2, but it's still a 30-16 game right now as Illinois is still scoring at will. Knight's going to his bench, or Knight. I wish it was Knight. Woodson goes to the bench, and he's got 2 coming in a second. Illinois runs the weave, gets inside, flips it up, flips it out. Nothing there. They have got 11 on the shot clock. Very patient on offense at the moment. Step back 3. Oh, my God, he buried it from 24 foot. What a nice shot by Boswell. And Illinois holds a 17-point lead with 8:37 to go in the first half. Unstoppable. Carlisle, 15-footer, no good. There is no rhythm to this offense. It's just come down and shoot. It is atrocious. Here comes Jaconis, drives it up and in and flips it up off the rim and gets a foul, and he will go to the free throw line. So, but you, as an Indiana fan, it's hard to complain because we have deep pockets for the NIL, but there is some form of disconnect because I know there's capable athletes on the floor. Miles Rice, Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. Trey Galloway, 5th-year senior. Luke Goody, sharpshooter that wanted to play at Illinois but was, kind of discarded and wanted to play at Indiana, was discarded to Illinois. Mackenzie Mbako, 5-star. Bryson Tucker, 5-star. There's something going on here, and everybody wants to speculate, and I think at the end of the day, Jaconis shoots the free throw, no good. Surprisingly misses it, but guess what? Another offensive rebound by Trey White. They're going to reset and start it over. Step back 3 by Jaconis. He hit it. Mbako in his face. Jaconis buries the 3. The lead is 21, and we aren't even at the 8-minute mark. Galloway drives the lane, nothing, drops it off to Ballo, and Ballo finally dunks one home. And they have got to find some way to play some defense and get a few stops here. They'll cut the lead to 19. Step back 3. Missed that one. Another offensive rebound as Illinois is just controlling the boards. Mbako's got good defensive position. They reset it. Deep 3. Oh, my God. He just hit it from 27 feet. There's no defending that. 40-18. Ballo has it, hands it off to Goody. 15-footer, makes it. Luke Goody finally gets on the board. It's going to work it right. Nothing there. Drives the lane. Shoots it from the corner. And there is another three by Illinois. And there's a foul on the floor at the same time. And I'm not sure what they're calling here. But Illinois is lighting the three ball up. And they are just letting it rip. And they're playing free. Everybody's involved. They've got a 20-point lead with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Not sure what the foul was there. Let me get it back up here and see if I can figure out what happened. They're going to get a foul on Luke Goody. Just reading some of the comments at this point in time. Taterhead, who are you talking about left to get money? Are you talking about somebody that went to the NBA? Are you talking about Khalil Ware? Also, John says, I was wrong. Arkansas LSU play at 8. My time, 9 years. Got it. Fundamental says, sweet Jesus. Nick says, yikes. Wave the white flag. At least we are not Chicago State fans. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to stay positive when you see what I see on the floor right now. Because, these teams mean business. And you know what? We're talking about the money side of it. Let's just put it into perspective. It is a big money business. And there's a lot of people that donate a lot of money, including the state taxpayers for Indiana who pay Mike Woodson's salary. So when you understand that people are upset because of the product on the floor, yeah, somebody's got to be held accountable at some point. Yeah, I mean, well, you know what? Just go to what would Coach Knight do right at this point in the game. He would pull everybody out of the game that did not play defense, and he would just leave those playing defense on the floor to teach the ones not playing defense a lesson. Yeah, and the other thing is that a home loss is damaging. Luke Goody threw an elbow there. That's frustration. Is anyone playing well? Ballo's got 6 points, but their big is a little bit more athletic. So he's struggling on the defensive end. Nobody's rebounding. Nobody's blocking out. I can't say anybody's playing well at this point in time. Jaconis is playing lights out for I can't say his name. Jacunis? I should just call him Casper, but there's nobody. They're going to give Luke Goody evidently some form of a technical, a flagrant 1, flagrant 2. Illinois is going to they're going to make the 3-point shot. They're going to make a couple free throws, and they're going to get the ball back. I would not be surprised if we did not. Illinois has 17 second chance points in this game. Indiana only has 20 points in the game. It starts with rebounding. Bro, these streams used to be Taterhead. These streams used to be popular. I had a blast with a lot of people. Even and every year it just gets worse. Drives the lane. Good defense by Goody. Rebound Mbako. Here comes Indiana back the other way. And Indiana needs to close this half on some kind of a run to have any opportunity. Galloway gets it. Flips it up. Ballo with the dunk. Two-man game between Galloway and Ballo yields another two. But as of right now, we're down by 23. Going to work it. Jaconis steps back, gives it to Ivisic. God, I hate these names. Looking, steps back, three. Nobody defends him. Oh, Mbako closes, and he can't get the shot off. We got 11 on the shot clock. Jaconis has got Galloway on him. He's looking to score. Galloway sticking tight. 3, 2, 1. Throws it up. Oh, and no good. It almost went down. Outlet to Galloway. Here we come back the other direction. Gets it to Goody for 3. Let it go. No good. Here comes Illinois back the other way. Indiana had a chance to cut the lead to 20. I'm going to speak with sarcasm. Ivisic, deep 3, good. Back to 26. I'm sorry. Yeah, 26. Mbako drives the lane. He's blocked. Illinois got fast break opportunity, but he throws the ball way ahead, and Illinois is lucky to regain it. They save it. They'll reset here with 5:31 to go. Loose ball on the floor, tipped around. Indiana just doesn't want it. Nobody's playing defense. Puts it up and in. This was the sloppiest possession by Indiana defense I've ever seen. They're going to rotate it. Mbako's got it. Indiana's down by 28 points right now. Mbako from 15 foot, no good. No passing, no offense, no rhythm. And somebody's going to get a foul called on him. Point to that, Tater, is that, Saturday's game against USC, which I sit here and watched, they look like Indiana does today. They look disinterested. They didn't feel like playing defense, and they got out rebounded by the worst rebounding team in the Big Ten. And then today they're back focused again. Brad Underwood at least can get focused. And Miles Rice hits from 15 at this point. It's just stats. I'm down to meet up anytime, bro. It's going to work it. Rice is a defendant. He's got him in the lane, puts it up. No good, but nobody goes to rebound the basketball. And an Illinois player comes from the perimeter, puts it up, blocked. They get another possession, puts it up, and no good. Finally, a little bit of defense, but still no rebounding. Indiana's back the other way. Rice comes up. He's going to be held up there. He looks. He's trying to feed Galloway. Galloway to Ballo. Ballo gets it knocked away by Ivisic. Picks it up, drives him in, gets him in the lane, works him down inside, gets position, lays it up, and he's going to be fouled. And Ballo will go to the free throw line. Indiana's still down 28 points. Yeah, let's see. Hang on. Let me click on that. The good news is that if you want Woodson gone, this is what has to happen. And part of that is probably true. Listen, I'm not a person that wants people fired. I don't want people to lose their livelihood, but I want them to earn their money as well. And at this point in time, the recruiting's fine. The players are okay. But at the end of the day, it's wins and losses at the end of the day. And you can say whatever you want. You got to win games. Plus, Quinn Buckner is on the. Yeah, that's a real interesting dynamic. I don't buy into that. I don't get into that stuff, but I know that has to be the truth. I think when they do, it'll be a house cleaning. What's up, Adam? But you're right. Actually fundamental. Do you think that's such a thing? Have you ever seen in college? Um, it's on Peacock, Adam. Yeah, so we were talking about that a couple weeks ago, Tater, and you know, um, I can't remember his name. Fundamental will probably get it off the top of his head, but the Notre Dame coach from a couple years ago was just talking about how the money side of it was already ruining it, and he quit. And he was like a really good coach. He just quit. He was done. Um, his name will come to me, but it's really a different dynamic, and to try to figure out how to recruit, it's really difficult for this Indiana team to recruit right now, especially the younger guys, to create a base because of all the negativity in the media. And a lot of that negativity is justified. People see the product on the floor and they're angry. Umar Ballo has made it a point to improve his free throw shooting and gets it back to a 27-point lead. Indiana's at the under 4. They've got to try to trim 10, 15 points off this lead in the last 4 minutes. They've got to get it close to single digits. Second one's good. You got to get stops. Yeah, no doubt, dude. You've got to. I still talk like how you're going to play it, and right now you've got to get it. You've got to get it under 20 for sure, and that takes a couple stops. 15-footers, no good. Tipped rebound. Mbako clears. They got a chance to steal one here. 2 scores in a row. And there's Rice, who puts it up from 8 foot, and he makes it. Miles Rice finally gets a nice one to go, and Indiana cuts it again. Illinois is going to drive the baseline. Boswell drops it inside. It's a loose ball on the floor. Picks it up. Puts it up. No good. They're going to call Miles Rice with the foul. Yeah, and I think that's the inevitable point, fundamental. I think the inevitable point is that the trustees and everybody that works at Indiana University is trying to secure the legacy and the heritage of the past. And by employing guys like Calbert Chaney, Quinn Buckner, and Mike Woodson, they feel like the product will be good for the people. Regardless, but it hasn't turned out that way. It just hasn't. Yeah, CJ Gunn was strangled while he was here. CJ Gunn and Bryson Tucker were a lot alike. And CJ Gunn sit the bench because he didn't play defense. Well, he's not really playing defense at DePaul. And Mbako misses the 3, 53-28, but he is scoring up there. And so is Caleb Banks. They're both playing well in a different situation. And you can say what you want, but when your best scoring player is not on the floor and it changes your lineup, even though you played well for a few games, it still hurts your team when you don't have your best player. And I guess that's one of the only saving graces. Stolen away, but they're going to call a travel on on Miles Rice. I love CJ Gunn. He just never found a position on this team. If nothing else, folks, smash the like for me. I appreciate that. Boswell gets inside the lane, And Rice is going to pick up the foul. And Illinois is going to go straight back to the free throw line. There has been no help defense. The rebounding has been atrocious. There's not been much positive out of this game today. The only thing that positive out of this game today is that Illinois is going to be a top 4 seed in the NCAA tournament. Because they are athletic and they are deep and they can shoot. Thank goodness. I'm so happy to see Anthony Leal back on the floor. Second free throw is good. Lead goes back to 27. I can't even say it. Galloway's going to bring it across the timeline. Boswell plays excellent defense out high. Goody gets it to Leal. Leal back to Galloway. Galloway's got it there. He's going to look. He hits Carlisle. Carlisle gets back to Galloway. Galloway flips it up. He's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds to Indiana. 11 on the shot clock. 2:06 to go in the half. And there is a inbound 2-point shot by Luke Goody. The former Illinois guy finally makes another basket. He's got 4 on the day. 55-30. Ivicic puts up another long 3. No good. Anthony Leal blocks out, and Indiana gets a defensive rebound. Holy smokes. Somebody played fundamental basketball for a split second. And Ivicic gets a foul, pushing Ballo on the other end, and that will be the team's 9th foul. So Ballo will shoot 1-1. Free throws up, hard off the back rim, no good. Tipped up and out of bounds to Indiana. Luke Goody fights for the rebound, and it'll stay with IU. Fundamental, I kind of agree. If you can't get who you want, let somebody like Jordan Halls take over the team. And if it costs you for a few years, that's fine. There goes Galloway, gets inside, puts it up, and draws the foul. We will see something in the second half from this team. We will see if the season is undoubtedly over or if they're going to fight back, because they've got to have to play with some pride today. Can't say enough good things about everybody that's played for Illinois today. If they're not scoring the basketball, they're blocking out and rebounding and playing defense. Every guy on that team has stepped it up today. They look the part. Second free throw is good. Galloway and Leal, the last 2 big Indiana, homegrown talent on the team. Luke Goody's homegrown, but they didn't get him off the initial. Flips it over, deep 3 ball, no good. Rebound controlled by Illinois, but loses it out of bounds, and it'll go back to Indiana. If somebody would just block out, for the love of Pete. Galloway's got it out high. Cut this dang thing to 20. Hit a 3 ball. Come on. 1:13 to go. Galloway step back, drives, gets in the lane, goes all the way to the basket, puts it up, no good. And Ballo gets the tip, but he falls down, and Boswell drives it all the way home and scores it. Here comes Carlisle up the right side. 59 seconds to go. Flips it up to Ballo, gets it in there, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. My phone is going ballistic. I don't know what's going on here. Free throws up and no good by Ballo. Gonna drive the lane. Chaconas puts it up, flips it up, and one. Carlisle gets the foul. And you're right, fundamental. If they want change at Indiana, games like this have to happen. I look forward to what coach says after the game. This is absolutely the worst defensive performance I've ever seen. I hate to say it. I might find I might just go pick national games to do. It's just hard to watch. Carlisle's got it 60-32. Illinois has probably put the most prolific half of basketball that I've seen in this arena ever. And another no pass, just shoot the ball, selfish, undisciplined basketball that I've ever seen. I would have more respect for Woodson. I would have more respect for Woodson if he would just pull his team off the floor and call it a day. Shut up, Adam. See, I can't cover Calipari, John. I just can't. The fans in Indiana are distraught. They're booing. And we get to the half. Oh, Lordy. Yeah. Lonzo Ball. I'm just going to look at this and bring the full box score down here just to kind of give you some idea of how lopsided this was. Illinois shot 43 field goal attempts in the first half. They made 21 of them for 48%. They got 9 more shots. 8 for 19 from the three-point line for 42%. Indiana 0 for 6. Indiana went 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Illinois got 4 more free throws. This one's the one that's going to be the killer. Illinois, one of the top rebounding teams in the country. Everybody knew that going into this game. You got to rebound with them to be competitive. Illinois, 10 offensive rebounds. Indiana, 4. Total rebounds, Illinois, 29. Indiana, 8. Indiana's got 9 assists and 2 turnovers. Indiana's got 7 assists and 4 turnovers. Umar Ballo, the only Hoosier in double digits, 4 for 5 from the floor, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 10 points. I got some Louisville fans that haven't been in here for a while, but I guarantee you if I dropped the Louisville link, they would show. You know, the NFL, John, I love covering all of it. I like all the players. I like the format. I wish the games were a little bit shorter. College basketball, I love because the pace. I love how fast the games go, and I love how exciting it is. But this is just atrocious. And the only thing that gives any defense to any of this is when your leading scorer is not on the floor. Most teams can't play that well without their leading scorer. This isn't a talent issue. It's absolutely not. So, I mean, here you go. Halftime, you get my full negativity if you're ever going to see it. This is a scheme issue. This is a practicing issue. This is a conditioning issue. This is a let's play the guys that we that are coveted. Listen, and it's absolutely not a talent issue. There's no rhythm on offense. Basketball, college basketball is a rhythm sport. You have got to be in the flow of the game. If you are not, hero ball just doesn't work in college basketball. It just doesn't. When a guy's feeling it and he takes over a game, that's completely one thing. But hero ball doesn't work. There is no defense being played. Are you saying Luke Goody wasn't good at Illinois? And that I mean, he wasn't going to get to play this year, so that's why he transferred. He wanted to be at this school because he wasn't recruited here by Archie, I believe. But it's just one of those things. Yeah, and the fact of it is that the faithful Indiana fans, the ones that have been around for decades, know what it's like to have everything. You have a well-coached team that's fundamentally sound that goes out with a game plan and wins. You don't have 5 wings trying to play hero ball, NBA style, and that's it. You just defense. If you want to be on the floor, play defense. The only person that I saw playing defense today, Anthony Leal. Anthony Leal playing fundamental basketball. He has 2 points, 1 rebound, 2 fouls, 2 free throws. Yeah, they have the edge and physicality in this game. Illinois is athletic, fast, but they're crashing the boards. You know what? Getting beat on your home floor for Illinois was a wake-up call. Getting beat by 25 on the road wasn't a wake-up call. Getting beat by 30 on your home court today better be some kind of a wake-up call. I cannot wait to see what everybody broadcasts tomorrow, what everybody puts out, because it's going to be horrible. Yeah. Well, no, but see, the thing of it is, Tater, is there was a penalty for leaving a team. You had to give up a year, right? If you wanted to transfer, you had to give up a year. These kids need to be effing grateful, but they don't have to be. They can chase money now. They can chase money and go anywhere at any time, and that's the problem. Yeah. Well, there you go. Okay, fundamental. And that's a great point. Okay, the Crean days. I'm not old enough to have, for anybody that's not seeing the chat, I'm not old enough to have experienced those championships. This roller coaster is all I've ever known. The Crean days were my brightest memories of Indiana University. And you know what? He recruited in state. He brought in good talent. He lost a couple of years. He was a good coach, a great motivator. He had good ball players. They performed. They made it to the Sweet 16. And he was run out of town by these fans. And you know what? I don't talk smack about passionate fans, but the fan base at Indiana ran him out. And there was nothing wrong with the job he did at Indiana. Oh, for sure. The recruiting was high. Everything was okay, but it wasn't to the standard that some of these fans want. And obviously people get their way. And that's why when I sit here and say that I'm not going to sit here and be negative because I believe karma is real, and I don't want to be that guy. I'll be as positive as I can possibly be for the whole season. Now, did Tom Crean recover from Indiana? Absolutely not. I think his daughter was threatened. I think one of his kids got threatened. Well, I mean, he did bring in the best recruit that Georgia probably had ever had, Anthony Edwards. Fans were spoiled for 3 decades of night. Yes. The 70s hold history. The 80s hold more national championships, and the 90s were constantly around the Final Four, just not quite getting there. And if he wouldn't have got fired, the team that lost to Maryland in 2000 would have probably won the national championship. Nobody in state that counts, fundamental. Listen, my brain says this. My brain says that if you're going to do it, and start in state. Start locally. Start getting – I know you may have to build a roster from the transfer portal. I got it with a new coach. But start recruiting the kids in your state the hardest. Don't chase national recruits, because for what it's worth, Renew is a 15.8 to 10 rebound guy, but he's kind of a crybaby, right? Mbako has some kind of issue. He's lazy or something. There's something wrong there. He's uber talented. Still be the New York Knicks coach. Yeah. Listen, I understand why they brought him in. And Mike Woodson is one of my basketball heroes. I love the way he played the game. But he's obviously doesn't implore what he learned from Coach Knight. That's what everybody thought. Everybody thought that Mike Woodson and Quinn Buckner would create an extension of what Coach Knight wanted. It just hasn't worked out that way. What's up, Balin? Surf's up, dudes. Struggling to get through a game? Man, I mean, it's just Ballo got messed up when he went to Arizona. Shouldn't have went there. There's nothing wrong with Ballo. Ballo's doing his job. He's a hired gun. He's the most money on the NIL that they paid this year. But you're going to see the same thing all over college basketball. You're going to see inconsistency the whole year. And you're going to see teams that go out and beat teams that they shouldn't, come back the next day and lose because discipline and fundamentals are at an all-time low. I might root for this Illinois team for as of right now. Maybe Michigan. I don't know. I got to find something. If Indiana University basketball stays on track, then they might go to the World Series. No, I don't understand the question, Tater. Oh, yeah. Listen, Indiana has got one. They've got 2 scholarship players that are out for the season on injuries, right? There's 2 scholarships they're down. And then Malik Renew, which I'm not even sure how bad his injury is, but he wore ice and then it was off. And there's again, Archie Miller. Archie Miller was put under – he had some tremendous seasons at Dayton University. Dayton he was a tremendous recruiter for the type of game he wanted to play. The Big Ten he didn't figure that part of it out. Now he's at Rhode Island, probably doing Archie Miller things. But this university has expectations, and if you don't meet it, they're just going to run you out the door. But those last two choices, Crean and Miller, were good coaches. Let Tom Crean come back at an interim basis until they find who they want. If they're going to let go, I like I said, I just don't like being negative. We should be close to this halftime being over, I would assume. But right now, Ballo and Rice and Leal are probably having the best first half. Galloway went 0 for 5 from the floor. That can't happen. You know what? He recruited the in-state kids. I don't know that the A-10 is a crappy conference. I mean, it's not great, but yeah, I mean, obviously Dolson can make a hire. Let's let him make the next choice. I'm sure he's more than willing to put his tenure on that job on the line. I think he's figured out what a winner looks like. You know, you gotta love Coach Signetti. He comes in and shouldn't win any of those games, right? He shouldn't, but he did. And he gave his team such a boost of confidence by talking some smack to build them up. And now, look at this national championship game in football. The two teams that they lost to this year are going to be playing for a title. I think he did a pretty good job. He beat Michigan. That's a win. Let somebody figure this thing out. I'm disappointed in this basketball team. I really am. But they have got to show something here in the second half, or I don't know how much I can stand. Just play some team basketball, some fundamentals. Do something that's not self-serving. Pass. Oh, my God. Let's try passing the ball. Remember the old adage? When you go down on offense, you don't take a shot until you make 3 passes. I remember that being beat into my head as a child, and it worked. Coach Knight was the same way. And now these guys take bad shots. There's no rhythm. Let's get something good this half. For crying out loud, let's find some respectability in the second half of this game, and let's try to tighten it up just a little bit. Although anybody that's new to the stream, I love Indiana basketball. Smash the like if you could. Please, I appreciate that. And let's go see what we got. There's a mass amount of talent on this team, and we'll see how it goes here in the second half. As Illinois starts with the ball, they're going to bring it across the timeline. Going to work it around. Illinois got it out on the right wing. Boswell drives. 3-point shot. Quick and short off the rim. No good. Ballo clears the board. There's one stop. Almost makes a bad pass. Galloway brings it back the other way. Comes across the timeline. Rice will set the offense from the left wing. Galloway comes off the pick. Has it at the top of the key. Feeds it into Ballo inside, but there's going to be a foul on the floor. Ivicic is holding Ballo, and he cannot go get the pass. And that will be the first team foul on Illinois here in the second half. Inbound pass coming. Goody off the inbound, puts it up, and gets the roll. 60-34. Officially, we were winning the second half. Let's go. Here comes Illinois back across the timeline. They're going to work it out high. Chaconas has it out there. He's going to drive left. Looking on, he's got the mismatch on Ballo. They rotate it around. They've got the mismatch down low. Double team comes. Passes in the lane. Picked up by Boswell. He's looking. Double team there. Feeds it out. And there's going to be a foul somewhere. Looks like it's going to be on Indiana. This score has not gotten any better, Mr. Steve. Second half just begun. Inbound pass out high is going to work it around. Jaconis drives the left. He's got Goody on him. Step back. He thinks about the three. Good D. Pulls up from deep outside. Galloway gets the rebound. Here comes Indiana. Can we score on 2 possessions in a row? Gets in the lane. Pulls it back out. Sets on the left wing. Here comes a pick. Galloway puts it up from 12, and he hits it. Trey Galloway gets his first basket of the game, and Indiana's down by 24. Inside, they're going to go try to put it up, and Mbako cuts him off. Nothing there. Rotates it around, step back, looking, drives the lane on Mbako, gets inside, puts it up to Boswell, misses the layup. Ballo clears the rebound. Here comes Rice. Rice has got a one-on-one, goes all the way to the rim, puts it up, draws a foul, and no good. But he will shoot free throws. Miles Rice attacks the glass, draws contact. A little bit better start in the second half than the first. Rice does a great job of getting into the body of Jaconis to get the free throws, and he will shoot 2 at the line. Don't worry, A-Town, I bet the under today too. And for whatever reason, this play is under review. Yeah, what that's going to take to make the under, it's going to take Illinois going about 3 for 30 in the second half. I don't know why they're reviewing this play. It's just a common foul. Game stoppages and reviews for no good reason. All they do is blow up rhythm in games. Anybody in the chat, new to the chat, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell. Hit the like today. I would definitely appreciate that. First half pace 184. Yeah, it was the complete atrocious half for Indiana. They couldn't have played any worse. The rebounding has got to be the first thing that cleans up in the second half. Rebounding and defense. I don't know what they're looking at, and I don't have audio because I don't want to make my microphone go crazy. I did want you guys to listen how this sounds when I turn this on. Let me do that again. Test, 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 test. I mean, keeping Crean wouldn't have broke my heart. Tom Crean attacked the game of basketball with enthusiasm. He tried to develop players the right way. Oh, I see it now. Goody takes a shot to the head. That's what they're looking at. And good to see you, Andrew. I did like Tom Crean. He approached the game with enthusiasm. He recruited hard in state. I think he got a raw deal to some degree. But then again, I liked Archie too. I thought Archie just was a little over his head coming from the A-10 to the Big Ten. But in the A-10, he seems to be doing fine this year with Rhode Island. Let's see where they end this up. They're going to drop a technical foul here on Trey White for throwing fist. As he kind of hit Luke Goody in the head there. And Miles Rice is going to shoot the technical. Miles Rice is an extremely talented guard. I think that he needs to really work on his angles and work on his point guard presence. I think he attacks the point too much like a 2 guard. And he's got 2 more free throws coming here, so Indiana's got a chance to score 4 points on the play. What's up, and welcome, A-Town and Andrew. Appreciate you guys commenting. Anybody else that would like to say hello, please type in the chat. Most of the time, everybody in here is pretty wonderful and very welcoming. So put it in check, Adam. All right, there's the inbound. Indiana will get the ball back after the technical. Galloway for three. Oh, it rims out. No good. Illinois gets the rebound. What's up, Trustin? Here comes Illinois back the other way. They're going to work it. They're going to get in top of the key, working on Rice. He's going to drive, and he's going to use his elbow there. And they're going to get Jaconis with the elbow as he threw it out there, and Rice took a flop. I'm not sure if he flopped or if he got hit that hard, but he did go flying. Let's look at it. Oh, he did extend the arm. That's where they called the offensive foul. Rice was not in good position. Illinois could be the best team in the country. I won't argue with that right now. They're definitely the best team today. Galloway drives, gets in the lane, looks inside, nothing there. Good defense by Illinois. Looks, cuts it, gets it into Ballo inside, but the help comes from the opposite side. Boswell knocks it out of bounds. 10 on the shot clock, and we'll stay here. Illinois has the distinct possibility of a very deep March run. I can make argument for a lot of teams. And Goody's going to be fouled on the shot. He's going to go to the free throw line. I got somebody in here that's definitely going to can make an argument. Right now, you can make an argument for Duke. You can make an argument for Auburn. You can make an argument for Tennessee. Who knows? I haven't got to see Michigan or Michigan State play this year, and they're doing very well in the Big Ten so far. So you got a lot of teams like that. Yeah, Adam, I'm kind. I will throw mention when it's deserving. I don't talk smack. And there's a couple free throws knocked down by Goody. And my gosh, it's It is an 18-point lead with 17:32 to go. And how these games go, you need to be under 10 by 10. Jaconis drives the baseline, flips it out, nothing there. Boswell drives on Rice, gets the lane, flips it up and in. No help defense came, and Miles Rice just got beat. There goes, gets it inside, and Rice makes a bad pass to Ballo, and here comes Illinois. If you want to lose momentum, that's the way to do it. Live ball turnovers. It's going to work. He's working on Goody. 13-footer air ball, no good. But there is another offensive rebound as nobody attacked the ball. 20-point differential right now. Jaconis drives left. He's going to get all the way to the baseline, cut off by Ballo. Ballo misses the layup. Good defense by Ballo. Gets the hand up. Here comes Rice back the other way. Rice has got it out high. He's going to work it left. Gets into the lane. Puts it up from 13. Hard off the back rim. No good. What happened? What was wrong with that play? No passing. No good shot in rhythm. Deep three by Boswell. No good. Ballo fights for the board. He got it. Here comes Galloway. And Illinois has not started hot here in the second half. And Indiana has an opportunity to trim into this lead. They have got to take advantage of it. They got to build some self-respect today. Galloway, step back three. No good. Hard off the back rim. At this point, Illinois is just letting them shoot it. Jaconis brings it up the left side. He's been the best player on the court all day. Pulls up from three. Misses. Offensive rebound. Tipped up. No good. Here comes Galloway back the other way. Ballo clears the board. Galloway drives. Gets to the right wing. Looks. Nothing there. High pick. Drives the lane. And there is a bad pass and a steal. Here comes Boswell. He's going to try to beat Rice down the floor. Drops it off. And good. Jaconis gets the layup. Boswell gets the steal and the dime. Goody is playing. He has not made a three yet today for Indiana. That's been the biggest problem they've had not the biggest. And there is another foul on the outside, and that one's going to go against Jaconis. No threes today for Indiana. No rebounding today. Illinois has been the more explosive. They've been the more unselfish. They've played very good. That's a great response after getting their butts beat at home. Yeah, you've seen it when it was starting to change fundamental. They got it to 18, and they had a couple chances to get it to 15, and they just didn't. Kentucky is rolling. I mean, Kentucky's got Mark Pope this year. It's going to be a different look for the Wildcats. I don't think this year is going to be their year, but life after Calipari, man. College kids, 18 to 22-year-olds, very, very tough to reel in. That's why the older disciplinarian type coaches. That's why I got a big thing for Izzo. Izzo has always been one of those guys that I really respected as a coach. Bruce Pearl, respect as a coach. Yeah, I don't get into some of the other stuff right now. Izzo is probably one of my all-time favorites. But I loved back in the day. I loved listening. I loved watching Gene Cady and Coach Knight go at it. They were two very identical coaches that had this state, always playing good basketball. And you knew it was going to be a bloodbath when Indiana and Purdue used to play. But if there's any Hoosier fans out there that are excited, the possibilities of starting a new era in Bloomington, it's going to take losses like this to make the button. So just watching about Nick Anderson and Calvert Chaney, probably one of still to this day the Big Ten's all-time leading scorer. Darren Williams, another excellent. Eric Gordon, golly. Lots of great players come through these two teams. They all had good coaching. 2,613 points in Big Ten history. Calvert Chaney looks so unhappy sitting on the bench with this IU team. He just looks unhappy. You get it into Mbako. Mbako's got a chance, puts it up off the glass. No good. Tipped out. Ballo clears, gets it to Rice. Rice will reset 64 to 42. You got a chance that you got to get it to 10 by 10. Ballo puts it up and in. Leads down to 20. You got 5 minutes to get this lead down 10 points. And then that makes people think. It gets the fans a reason to believe. But it starts here on the defensive end. Rice is out there on Boswell. Boswell works him. He's going to get into the lane. Cut off. Turnaround jump shot from 12. No good. Rebound Mbako. Mbako blocked out there. Finally cleared a board. He's going to bring the ball up. Mbako's got it at the top of the key. He's going to get it over to Rice. Rice will set the offense. High pick by Goody. Here goes Rice left. Looking, nothing. He picks up his dribble, gets it to Ballo. Ballo back to Rice. Rice goes around the pick. Gets in the lane. Drops it to Mbako. Nothing. 10 on the shot clock. Good defensive possession. And Mbako goes up and draws the foul. Trey White will foul Mackenzie Mbako on the spin move on the baseline, and he will shoot free throws. Sam, I don't know if they can win, but they can surely put together a run and make this a little more dang respectable. Got to make your free throws. Yes, sir. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Free throws up, it's good. Lead is down to 19. Illinois brings in some subs. Mackenzie Mbako, hometown of Gladstone, New Jersey, high school Roselle Catholic. He is the most quiet guy I've ever seen play intense basketball. Leads down to 18. Indiana implores a little bit of a press. They bring in Carlisle to help pick up on that press. Boswell has it out high, gets it over the left wing. Humacris drops it off. Trey White has it now, looking, drives right, gets it over to the right wing. Nothing there. Works it back. Deep three, no good. Bad shot by Illinois, but another offensive rebound and a foul on the reach in. I think that's going to go against Miles Rice. And that should be his third or his fourth. You ready for some more slander? I'll get it here in just a second. 13:53 to go. Illinois gets another chance here. Step back, nothing. Rotates it right, gets it in there, and they're going to reset. 8 on the shot clock, and it's a turnover. Unforced error by Illinois. Indiana gets the ball out of bounds. 13:42 to go. If Indiana was to need a three-pointer, right now would do it. Jaconis comes back onto the floor right now, and Boswell gets a break. That dude's played some solid basketball today. Galloway's got it coming across the timeline. They need to run a play here and get Mbako a three-look. High pick for Galloway, nothing. Ballo drives the lane, puts it up and in. Umar Ballo with a spin move cuts the lead to 16. 13:26 to go. Jaconis gets it over to Ivisic. Drives over, nothing. Hands it back off to Jaconis. He'll reset. Off the pick, double team comes, gets it down to Ivisic on the block. He's got a mismatch. He's got Galloway, double team, flips it cross court, skip pass, nothing. Around the horn they go. Looking, trying to get the ball back inside again to Ivisic. They do. Double comes, drops it off. Humacris dunks. Goody lost his man in coverage, and Illinois scores. Carlisle has it out high. Pass the dang ball, Kanon. Corner, Galloway three. Let one go today. Gee, many Christmas. Ballo with the offensive glass. Goody for three. No good. 2 missed opportunities right there. Here comes Illinois. Across the timeline. Drives right. Deep three ball from the corner. Yes. Every time Indiana builds a little momentum, somebody comes back to rip it right out. Lawhorn makes the three. Ballo's got it out high. Mbako drives, nothing. Step back three-pointer. Mackenzie Mbako, no good, in and out. And Ballo loses the rebound out of bounds. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you, Fundamental. It looks that way. They've had plenty of this half. Illinois has given them the opportunity to trim this lead. But Luke Goody just lost Ben Humacris. He did not pay. He lost his guy. He did not. You're supposed to have one eye on the ball, one eye on your man. He could have seen that pass coming from a mile away, but he wasn't looking at his guy. Jaconis has got it out high, flips it over to Ivisic. Ivisic is working on Galloway. Mismatched, comes into the lane, turn around. Galloway has good position, throws it up, and Galloway plays good defense, and that'll be a turnover and go back to Indiana. If Galloway can guard Ivisic on the block by just having good position, it tells you that your team needs to play fundamental basketball. 69-48. 11:50 to go in the game. We are at the under 12-minute timeout. Back-to-back, what appears to be blowout losses for Indiana after winning 5 straight. The good news for Indiana is the next 10 games, including today, are all quad 1 opportunities. So Indiana has a ton of opportunity, but this is the worst they've looked this year. And I've never seen this before. Did you expect more out of Goody? I expected a 40% three-point shooter, and I expected him to at least play a little defense. But in this instance, I like Miller Kopp that we had before him in that role a little bit better. Goody, I think, is a better shooter, but he's been hot or cold. And, Goody wasn't going to play on this Illinois team, so, and he's an in-state kid. So, like I said, I expected about 7-10 points a game, 7 points a game, 3 or 4 rebounds. I just wish he would slide his feet and get in passing lanes. And welcome, DV. Yeah. Usually you can hide one guy on defense, but the problem isn't just Luke Goody. The problem is that we have big problem. Here, watch this. The most fundamental thing playing defense is keep yourself between the ball and the rim. And our guys do not do that. We get beat off the dribble, and then we get caught in bad help situations, and then it's just a train wreck. All right. I am disappointed in Galloway. Let's go. I'm just hopeful to finish the game on a little bit of a high note here. Have something. This Illinois team came out ready to play, something that Indiana struggled with this year. All right, Carlisle's going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to rotate to the right, nothing there. Gets it to Tucker off the pick. Tucker drives, gets in the lane, lays it up, and he missed it. Straight, nobody cut him off to the basket. Goody's going to get called for the foul. That's a frustration foul at this point. And that will be only the second team foul on Indiana. Hey, there's one thing that they're not doing this half is fouling. I guess if you don't have Renew in the game, you're not going to have many team fouls because he usually sucks up most of them. All right, Illinois brings it across the timeline looking. Get it over to the right, left wing, nothing there. Galloway in tow. Got the switch. He's going to drive the lane, flips it back out, rotates it around, drives inside, nothing there. And he goes up against the shot, and what are they going to get? And they're going to get Luke Goody with another foul. And that's either his 4th or his 5th. I can't tell you which. Jaconis is so quick off the dribble. But see, that all started with Carlisle getting beat off the dribble. What's up, French? Throw it away, Galloway. Drives the lane, gets cut off by Carlisle, rotates it out. Illinois got it out high, 13 on the shot clock. Jaconis is working on Carlisle. Let's see if he can cut him. He gets past him, gets to the rim, puts it up. No good. Tipped up, no good again. Illinois fights for the offensive rebound, and they will reset. Deep 3 by Lawhorn, no good. And they're going to get Jaconis with the foul. A little too aggressive as Anthony Leal comes in the game, and there you go. Anthony Leal blocks out and draws a foul. He's got Jaconis on his hip. Jaconis goes over the back, and that's where the foul is called. So Anthony Leal put his butt into a guy and blocked out and draws a foul and gets their best player to the bench. It's amazing what happens when you do things fundamentally. Anthony Leal just needs to play. Save some face, and he's going to go to the free throw line here, and hopefully he'll get a couple shots. Underwood is picking on Goody tonight. He knows he's a liability on defense. Fair. And Goody only has 4, yes. Leal's free throw is good. Stroke looks nice. It's a shame that young player didn't get to play as much throughout his whole career here at Indiana, but he loved the Hoosiers, and that's why he stayed. Second free throw is up, and it is short off the front rim, no good. Rebound to Illinois. 10:50 to go. Lead is holding in there at 20. Here comes Illinois back the other way. Rotates it around. Boswell gets it across. Working on Leal. Gets to the baseline. Good defense. And they're going to call Anthony Leal with the foul, but he was right there. No problem at all with that. He did not get beat off the dribble. He stayed with his man. And I'm not sure where the foul occurred there, but definitely got him, I guess. It looks like the right hand on his hip. Illinois is at the free throw line. Lawhorn makes the first free throw. It was either the third or the fourth. Second free throw is up, and it's also good. Illinois extends. All they have to do is play par for the rest of the game, and it's a dominant win. Carlisle comes across the timeline. Tucker off the pick, gets the ball, gets in the lane, puts it up, and good. Bryson Tucker shows that athleticism in that mid-range game. Indiana's down 20 again. Humacris gets it across the timeline, gets it back to Boswell. Boswell's working on Leal. Backs him in. Turnaround jump shot from 13. Air ball. Good defense. Offensive rebound. Lost. Here comes Galloway. Picks up the loose ball. Galloway's at the top of the key. He's going to drop it over to Carlisle. Should drop the three. He does it on one step and misses it. Illinois with the rebound. Here comes Humacris back across the line. That's one guy out of the transfer portal that I wanted desperately this year. Going to rotate it around. Humacris has got it out high. Nothing there. Drops a deep three by Boswell, and Boswell drops a dagger on Indiana. 74-51. As Boswell just sunk the three. Indiana has not made a three shot yet in this game. Mbako's not gotten a chance, but Leal takes one. Hard off the back rim. No good. Out of rhythm shot going to his left. Not the best shot for Leal, but hey, who cares at this point? Ballo draws the foul as Boswell is attacking the rim. You know, yeah. Oh, is it Humor House? Okay, I can see that. DV, I apologize because I do not know exactly the pronunciations. I don't see these games. I don't listen to anybody. Free throws up and it's good. Humor House. Well, I appreciate it. No disrespect intended. The dude can ball. He was one of the guys that I really liked in the transfer portal. That's why we make up so many nicknames. You right. Hey, I push it out. DB, I respect all fans, and I definitely love it when other people show up and at least, you know, hang out through the stream. Maybe somebody can't watch the game. Definitely got an amateur take on all of this, but I like to work with the audience and have a good time, even in bad situations. And I appreciate input. Do you think Chris Beard would even consider coming to IU, or is this program proven too dysfunctional? Yes, I think there's a lot of coaches out there that would love an opportunity because no matter what you may think, the structure is still there for this to be for this to be a top tier program again. We haven't been in a while, but we've really approached college basketball with just dollar signs, right? I mean, Indiana has approached it like, let's just go out for the best players. Let's go get the best players. Let's spend the money. Let's get the guys that are going to go to the NBA. Let's get these individuals. And it never equates to team basketball. Yeah, Tipton, Indiana. Nicholas, I did know that. That was another reason, you know, when I saw him in the portal, I thought we had a chance. Illinois fans want us to extend Woodson. I guarantee you there's no extension on this contract. I'm sorry to tell you, no matter how this thing turns out, I do not think that. After tonight, DV, nobody will be lobbying for Woody anymore. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't even know really who is now. because everywhere I go, everywhere I turn, all I hear is negativity. You know what? If there is anything in that post-game press conference tonight, I am definitely going to listen to it, and I'll play it live. I don't care. Because I want to hear what he says. If he says, well, it's a lot harder to play without Renew, which is true. You know, you take away 15 points a game and 8 rebounds and a few assists and one of your upperclassmen. I agree that's a lot to lose. But I just want to hear what he has to say, because they look like they didn't prep for this game. Now, he's not too old. All right, we're back at the free throw line. Free throws up and good. 9:12 to go in the game. 76-51, Illinois. There you go. Rice is going to drive right, and he has it knocked away on a sloppy dribble. And here comes Illinois back the other way in transition. Ballo on Boswell, and that's a foul on Ballo, as he has no choice but to come back and commit that, as nobody cut the ball off to the basket. I don't know. 64 is not that. I don't think 64 is too old to coach basketball. Yeah, so but there's the thing. I like transition basketball. What is the job number one? Job number one in transition basketball is cut the ball off to the rim. Make the ball handler make a decision with the ball. Nobody cut the ball off. It's the story of defense today on this team. Drops it off. They're going to rotate it around. Goody, Rice, over to Ballo. Rice drives, gets in the lane, 15-footer. And why do you want to take that shot? Boswell has it out high, handoff. There's a nice pick, gets in the lane. Rice recovers, throws it down in low. Ballo has to help and doesn't cover his own guy, and it's going to go out of bounds. I don't know if it's going to be a foul or just out of bounds play. They're going to call a foul on Ballo. Ballo gets put in so many bad situations that it's not even a problem. Free throw is up, and it is good. Morez Johnson Jr. makes the free throw. Good-looking player. Does his job on the floor for sure. Brad Stevens is who they want for the longest time, but he's not leaving Boston, I don't think. Second free throw is also good, and Illinois is extending. Here's the other bad part about Indiana, and I hate to tell you guys that unless you got foul problems, they're going to slip in the last 5 minutes of the game. At this point, I don't know if Steve can do it, but he's had Big Ten experience at Iowa. It can't be any worse than what we got right now. The product on the floor is trash. Turnaround jump shot by Illinois. No good. Ballo clears the board. Hands it off to Goody. Goody's going to bring it up. Steve says, I'll do it. Mbako from 15. Hard off the back rim. No good. Mbako, they haven't set a design play for Mbako off a pick today. Tomas, I mean, honestly, I think that's the best way to do it. What message can you send that you're tired of the way your team looks than firing your coach midseason in college? The transfers would just come out of the woodworks, and you could sit there and play your bench. Calvert Chaney looks disinterested. Oh, yeah. I think Pearl would have chose Indiana over Auburn. You know what? And there you go. If Indiana was to go out and spend money on a good coach. I don't know when Malik is coming back. I'm not sure the severity of the knee injury. I assume it's some kind of a ligament strain based on the way he went down. Not at Indiana. Yeah, I still like I like the Newton kid that's injured that can't get his knee right. I think he's full of potential, but he's probably not going to be back. Oh, Tomas J. This team is 5 talented players on the floor at all times with no direction. They don't even really run offense. It's sad. There's no accountability on defense. There's the only person I've seen really take to rebounding today was Leal. And that was using blockouts and just things that you were taught as an 8-year-old on the court for the first time. Listen, my defensive strategy here today would be as good as what they've put into this game. Hey, keep between the ball and the basket, and stay between your guy and the basketball. Don't let your guy get past you. Block out, rebound, and help on defense. Have you on while you're watching some running backs? Omarion Hampton is an effortless runner. Nice. Free throws good. Dude, everybody, look at that fundamental. Everybody on that bench, every one of those guys, even Jordan Hulse, they all look like they just don't want to flip and be there. I've never seen anything like it. To me, it's like they've done told the whole staff that they're gone at the end of the year, but you got to finish the year out. Indiana's got it. Galloway gets it off. Is that Ja'Kai Newton? Oh my God, Ja'Kai Newton's on the floor. He's got the ball right now. Drives left. Shoot it, my man. Flips it into Ballo off his fingertips. Here comes Illinois back the other way. Yes, sir. I get to see something that I want to see. Gets around the lane. Look at that. Misses the layup. Good defense by Leal. And flips it out. Here goes Goody the other way. Goody drives all the way to the basket. Puts it up and in. Luke Goody gets a fast break layup. And Indiana's down by so many, I don't even want to count. 28, maybe? Fudge. Newton's out high. He's on Boswell. I want to see some good minutes out of this guy. I want to see how good he is. There is the layup. And, well, he lost him. Boswell scores again. Galloway's got it out high. Leal runs through the pick, gets it over, and there's another bad pass by Galloway. Just take Galloway out. Offensive rebound for Illinois, probably the 50th of the game. Ballo clears the board. Here we go back the other way. Leal's got it out high. He's going to get it to Galloway. Galloway back to Leal. Leal gets it to Ballo. Ballo's out at 20 foot. Hands it off to Goody. Goody gets it over. Galloway shoots it. And oh my God, thank God, Indiana makes the three-pointer. Trey Galloway finally makes one after going, now he's 1 for 6. I would take Thad Matta back. They screwed him over anyway. Goody is smart. It's just that Goody has to be in a team that plays good team basketball to shine a little bit. And they're showing the crowd. This place is empty. Everybody left. It's like watching high school basketball at this point. $84-56, 5:42 to go. Man, of everybody that's in the house, if you wouldn't mind, this is a struggling defeat today. It's been very difficult. A smashing of the like button would make me very happy. I got 17 likes. I'd love to hit 30 today. If you guys didn't mind, hit that for me. If you like anything about my calling of the game or my personality or anything, I would definitely appreciate it. Smash it really nice. Back the other way. They're going to rotate it around. Galloway gets in the lane, looks, nothing there. Over to Leal, down to Ballo on the block. Ballo's got a one-on-one situation. He drives in, backs his guy in, little baby hook, short off the front rim, no good. Going to rotate it. Illinois' got huge lead. Deep three, no good. Tipped out, controlled by Newton. Newton's going to bring it back. Pull it up and shoot it. Gives it to Leal. Back to Galloway. Galloway to Goody. Goody has no shot. Hands it off to Galloway. Drives left. Looks. Nothing. Looking for Ballo. High pick. Galloway goes around it. Gets into the lane. Drops it down to Ballo. And Ballo lays it up and in. They're going to get it across the timeline. Newton. They've got Newton out there on Jaco's. Can't even say his name. But I'm going to say it wrong again. Humacris drops the triple in and basically knocks it down. Another three. Goody, step back three. Oh, my God. Finally, 2 threes in a row. 88-61. This is worse end-up result than what we had in Iowa. I can't say dudes' names very well. These guys got some tough ones. Chaconis has got it out high. He's going to rotate it around. Ben Humacris has got it out high. He's going to hand it off. Works it inside. Gets in the lane. 15-footer. Nice play. Will Riley makes the jumper there. But Indiana should say least will not the White Sox or at least they're not the White Sox, the Jets, or the Predators. Yeah, this one's going to go over 100 in Bloomington. Jim, it should happen sooner rather than later, honestly. I felt like they would put up a fight at home today and it'd be a good game. I didn't necessarily think that they could win this game, but I wanted to be here for it. And, yeah. Those of you in the chat, before you all bail, hit the like on the way out. Definitely appreciate that. Gotten a few more since the last time. 21 of those bad boys. I lost one somewhere along the way, but that's okay. That's just it. With Newton playing today, that means he's officially back eligible to play. So that means that Cups and Renew are the only two that are out. A backup guard and a starter. I work a lot, Tomas. So I do the ones that I can, and we also do the NFL as well. So after the NFL season's over, I'm here at least one game a week most of the time. But I try to be here as often as I can. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Yeah, Lauren, congratulations. Illinois looks like a top 4 Big Ten team and a top 12 or so NCAA team when it comes tournament time. So I'm going to predict Illinois now somewhere around a 4 seed. Yeah, we got a lot of diehard fans, and we talk basketball during football as well, and very welcoming, and we try to have a good time. You know, and just saying that this season is not lost. A couple of bad losses in a row is not the end of the day. You've got plenty of opportunities. The next 9 games are all quad ones. 3 or 4 wins out of the next 9 is going to be probably enough to get you to the NCAA tournament. Goody, 15-footer. No good. Had a clean look. Here comes Illinois back the other way. 3:28 to go. Drives the lane, puts it up. Anthony Leal with the strip. Chaconis goes in strong, and Leal strips it away, fighting hard with 4 fouls. Ooh, I like the Scatterbo kid. Scatterbo gets it over, working on Rice. Nothing there, cut off. It's amazing when a guy puts his body between his man and the basket, how hard it is for them to score. Ballo gets the block. Here comes Rice back the other way. Goody thinks about the 28-footer, doesn't take it. I wish Leo would just throw it up here and make me feel better. They put Newton back on the bench. I'm sure he's on a pitch count on how many minutes he can play. Ballo pulls up from 15, tries to bank it home. I think he did call it. Did not go down. Here comes Illinois back the other way. Galloway knocks it out of bounds. And Jake, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you. John, good luck. It is what it is. Yeah, we can talk a little bit about that, Jake, here going forward. This team here is probably one of the more talented teams. Deep 3, no good. Rebound, Anthony Leal. And they're going to get Goody with the foul. Oh, and Ivisic gets in Goody's face, and Miles Rice comes over. Ballo throws a punch. Here we go. That's what we really need to do. Frustration boiling over, and now we're going to have some ejections. And finally, an Indiana coach gets out there on the floor and shows a little emotion, but it's Kenya Hunter. And that's so BS, unsportsmanlike BS that I've ever seen right there. Goody's frustration turns into Ballo's frustration, and it's probably going to get a suspension and an ejection. And Ballo wants to fight, and that's right. This right here is on the coach. Right here. Miles Rice comes to defend. The Illinois player was in Luke Goody's face, giving him some stuff, and that was Ivisic. And Miles Rice comes in and throws a little bit of a hand in there, and to try to come to his own guy's defense. But they don't take that. It's not the NFL. You can't just start pushing and expect people to go on. And the fans that are left, they're encouraged to see the fight. As Ballo is frustrated, and he wants to get in there and fight. No, he used his hand and pushed, and that might save him some grace here. Hopefully, it's just they're going to have to sort this crap out, and it's going to be multiple technicals. Is getting into a fight another way of getting over the hump? I'm asking for a friend. Well, you know what? I don't like the result, but for God's sakes, at least defend your teammates for 1 second. You may not be winning on the floor, but those are see right there. Ivisic gets in, and Miles Rice just gets him out of Goody's face, and that's where this started. Yeah, you're right, Adam. Somebody's got to take control, and that's where they're right here. See, that's it right there. That's a technical. And Rice is like, bullshit, you're not doing that to my guy. And then he's getting into Rice, and then Ballow's like, hey, you're not messing with him. And that's when it gets ready to get started. But at this point, Ballow doesn't care. Didn't see it. If he did, it was a basketball play. That dude is a freshman, too. Straight up. He's a freshman that played with Ballow today. Amazing basketball player. But you know what? This game, man, there's no discipline anymore. Man, you can play the psychological game. Yeah, look at I haven't mentioned idiot's name all year. Xavier Johnson. He could play that game but not get in a fight. Yeah, Balin, I'm sure there's people right now. I want to see some of the other chats after this is over today. I mean, you're right. X was just too stupid, right? He could play that game, but he always had to do something extra and stupid, and I didn't like that. So they called Goody for the foul, and Goody didn't touch him. Listen, I don't think Luke Goody did anything wrong there. Whatever he said to the official, he got pushed for. And I'm not even mad at Miles Rice. All in all, this is going to make the post game even better. Yeah, you know what? You want to talk? Kent Sterling is going to say it like it is. And you know what? As much as I like Aaron over at Indiana Sports Connection, he's feasting on the doom and gloom, and I don't particularly care for that part. I like him, but man, he gets people riled up even worse, and that's the only thing that I know. There's enough to be riled about when you see it on TV. I don't know how this is going to end here, but let's see what it says. Technical foul on Miles Rice. I see that one. Foul on Luke Goody. Ballow must have been ejected because he's walking out. And did they not give Ivisic anything for starting it? I don't think they did. The guy that actually started the altercation doesn't get anything. Fisher's my hero, Balin. Well, it always is the second guy that gets in trouble. But that Miles Rice gets ejected because the official wasn't fast enough to get to break that up when the guy got in his face. Listen, I don't mind throwing guys out of the game for throwing hands or anything like that, but for crying out loud, they better take him out of the game. And Brad Underwood takes Ivicic out of the game because you know what was coming next, right? Somebody was going to hit this dude. We are at 2:19 to go. A-Town. Galloway's out high. I suspect we're going to see something here shortly. Hatton's got it out high. He's going to get it back to Leal. Leal has a pick. 3-ball for Anthony Leal, and he hit it. Anthony Leal to be the starting 2 guard. I'm saying it right now for the rest of the season. He at least cares about what he's doing out there, that's for sure. 92-64. There's another jump shot fadeaway made by Illinois. What a nice play. Lawhorn is an excellent shooter like that. Gets it to Hatton. Hatton gets inside, turnaround jump shot, and gets the roll. Langdon Hatton. 94-66, 1:20 to go. This game cannot end fast enough. You know, I am going to close down the stream and go watch some of this post-game madness when it's done. I'll have a couple things that we'll talk about as we end it. Block shot inside. Here comes Mbako. Gets it to Galloway. Galloway fills the lane. Back to Mbako. Should shoot it. He does. Short off the front rim. No good. Langdon Hatton with the rebound. Rice should have just pulled the trigger. Shoot the dang 3. Leal drives the lane. Puts it up. And Anthony Leal should have been fouled there, but I don't think they're going to call that. It looked like he was close. Kent will be going on in about 30 seconds. 20 shot clock's winding down. Steve, thank you. Still almost 50 in here. Let's go. Thank you guys. Smash the like for It's in the Blood on your way out the door today. Long 3-ball, no good. Leal clears the rebound. None other. It's going to bring it up the court. It's going to fire it over to Galloway for 3. And Galloway hits the 3. A little too late, but Leal gets an assist out of that. 4 seconds to go. 94-69 is going to be the final. I'm going to watch this to the and Mike Woodson tells and basically tells Illinois that they're not going to shake hands. So he meets Brad Underwood at midcourt and sends the teams to the locker room. So that is probably pretty smart. There's a lot to unpack out of today's game. Be looking for Kent Sterling to go live because I want to hear what he's got to say too. I don't usually listen to anybody else's take on any of this stuff. I like to keep my opinions the way they are, but I'm definitely going to see it. He may not go live today. Jake, Fundamental, I appreciate you guys. Tomas, thank you for being in here. Just check the channel, hit the bell for me, and then you'll see when I post. Fundamental, much love, brother. Something's got to wake these guys up, though. I'll leave you guys with this. The fundamentals are so slow on this team. They don't even do the basics at this point in time. Sam, thank you. And there is a lot that they can unpack out of this, but it's going to take somebody to push them in the right direction. Angie, I've missed you, my dear. Thank you. But here we go. And I have not seen Woodson post yet, Kent Sterling post. See you at Michigan. Yeah, I will be in here when I can. I'm not going to speculate today I just want to see how this rolls out. Much love to everybody in here today. I'm going to leave you guys with some shark action. I appreciate you all to no end. I show up in here to try to kind of keep fans together. And today did not work that way very well, but much love to everybody. And I will see you guys on the next one. It may be football.